991 podcast. Oh, shit. Ding, 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 ding. Welcome to the Fire Seating 991 podcast. I'm Rocky, that's Gilly, Little Kate, and Thumper. And today we're going to talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about because we can do that because we're grumpy old vets. And to start it off is going to be someone else because I'm taking my daughter to a Pierce the Veil concert where she might watch something with sirens. Sleeping with Sirens and Pierce the Veil. It's like
he's lying.
Metal.
He's lying. He's going to see Taylor Swift.
No, I'm not going to see that, you homo. You're being a homo, dude. All right. I'll see you guys later, man.
All right, man.
Later.
No, this is Lil Tate. Did you know that Blues Hog actually sponsors? They got it to a NASCAR game now.
No, I didn't know. Who are they sponsoring?
Let me bring it up here. It's part of Junior Motorsports, the 88, for three races, anyways. And they won their first race. Texas won last weekend on Sunday. Yeah, who's the driver? Connor, I can't pronounce that last name. But I thought that was interesting. They're finally getting into fucking NASCAR after all these years. Your shit's down.
I said my brother sponsors my cousin's car. Every once in a while, he'll put some money in and he'll put the sticker on there and he'll do a little bit. So,
yeah,
it's amazing the layout on a race car of how much is required to pay to get like the hood, all that shit. They actually have it laid out on the body. It's like chunks of land, dude.
That's like NASCAR is a few $100,000.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's why they're only doing it for three races, because but at least they're big enough now where they can see. Well, the owners now he got into, but he was cooking barbecue for Dale Jr. and them for the motor team back in the day, a few years ago, doing the barbecue. That's how he got it, is what the article said, how he got introduced to that world, with them. But yeah, it's interesting now you see barbecue fucking sauces sponsored cars now.
Well, like we talked about, like really Blues Hogs like blown up because really they started out with what 3-4 sauces and now they're up to 8, 9 different flavors, man.
They got all kinds of rubs now and everything.
Kinder's is the same way too. Kinder's was smaller and now they've just thrown all kinds of shit together.
But everything like Blues Hog, Kinder's, I ain't had nothing bad yet from them.
No, I'm not saying anything's bad. I'm just saying like when these things take off, then now you just see like a huge amount, and then you're like, dude, I don't have any room in my cabinet anymore for spices.
Now, I want to try the raspberry one that Blues Hog had. I just never tried that one.
Yeah, that raspberry like Chipotle, I think it was. Or
yeah. Yep. My brother, he loves it. He says it's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, raspberry does do pretty good. It's one of those ones that was a sleeper, but people are catching on to it.
But I mean, the world champion blend to me, that's the best one they make. Right there.
No, I agree. And that Tennessee Red.
It's perfect for fucking coleslaw, for red slaw.
Coleslaw and that North Carolina style vinegar pulled pork. Chopped pork, basically.
Yeah. See, I'm torn between the Tennessee Red and the Iowa Smokehouse, Southern-based sauce, right?
Yeah.
Because they're very close to taste. They really are. If I use that, I started using that Iowa Smokehouse on my fucking coleslaw, my red slaw, instead of doing the ketchup, instead of doing the ketchup on it. So I was like, fuck, this already got the vinegar in it. Let me try this. And then you got that Tennessee Red. You said that worked great. I said, fuck it. I did it too. I was like, works good.
It does. I like that one for the slaw. Like I said, if you don't want a heavy sauce, like Sweet Baby Ray's or Sticky Fingers or any of those guys you're used to, Go to Tennessee Red if you like a little bit of heat and thin.
And also that Tennessee Red is perfect. Say if you smoking chicken or frying chicken, either dip it at the very end of it if you want a little heat to it. Kind of like it wouldn't be a true Nashville hot chicken, but it'd be like a mild in a way.
Yeah, and you could. I mean, that's the way Nashville hot though. They'll dip it in that hot oil, and then they'll sprinkle fucking hot like cayenne and shit on it.
Cayenne on that shit. Yeah. The fucking oil's already hot enough.
Yeah.
Those motherfuckers want to hurt you. That's what they want to do.
It'll make you blow out your fucking asshole.
You know, I like hot shit. Don't get me wrong, but damn, if it's gonna blow you out, fuck that. I don't want pain, people.
Oh, you know what? And since we're talking about food, did you see this one? Remember how Trump took office and they were crying about egg prices? Like that was the first thing they started talking shit about.
Oh yeah,
they're down 12.7% since 1984.
Oh yeah.
I love like how they jump on this fucking bandwagon immediately. Yeah. You know, like, oh, he said he was going to bring down egg prices the first fucking day. Well, it's been a little over 100 days, and they're down 12%. So,
well, and the inflation got even better what they expected too for April. But yeah,
but like we were talking the other day, though, the jobs report I still think is bullshit because I just went through a couple that I applied for and still didn't get picked up. So that's been 12 applied and 9 fucking denied.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. The job market, I don't know, like we said, if it's out here, where, I don't know. I'm going to keep testing and see how they're doing.
See, where you're at there in Virginia, because you're saturated with all fucking military people.
Yeah.
Especially a lot of retired people too.
And everybody retired like I did within the last 2 years. That cycle happens.
Yep.
And everything's been filled up. I mean, I went for like a car wash fucking maintenance guy. We're going to go the other direction. I was like, what the fuck is the other direction? Please tell me what the other direction is.
Well, that area because you're white. That's what it is, most likely.
Oh, yeah. Did you see that shit? This is the last one I'm going to bring up. Going that route since we're talking about jobs. The Democrats had an absolute fucking meltdown of the white refugees from South Africa. Did you see that shit? Oh, they're losing their fucking minds. I gotta pull it up here in a minute. Oh, there it is. And this is across the board, man. And I don't care if you like it or fucking not. The people are saying it. I'm not saying it. They're saying it themselves. You can go on CNN, MSNBC, all kinds of, outlets that are out there, and they're whining because there's only 59 people that came here and they're waving American flags.
And that's the flag they should be waving if they woke up in this fucking country.
Yeah.
Plain simple.
Mark Dice did a pretty good deep dive that I watched earlier. And he's like, they're upset because they're actual farmers and can fucking contribute and they're not parasites. And he shows the comparison of those caravans that were coming across. And like none of those people are waving American flags. They're flying the flags of their country. And it's like, weren't you seeking asylum from the country that you left because it was so fucking terrible? And now you're waving your national flag? Like, go fuck yourself, dude. I don't give a fuck who you out there listening. Go fuck yourself on that shit.
Because I know those farmers down in South Africa, they were getting killed.
Yeah, they were taking their land back. Yeah. I got the apartheid shit and all that, but it was built. The country was like getting there. They were bringing everything back. And then they bitch about, they're colonizers. So they end up giving all their land up. And if they didn't give up their land, then they were killed. And then there was people mugging them. And somebody had made the comparison. It's like, well, they have 20 times more than anybody else. And it's like, well, yeah, that's why they were getting robbed. So once they all leave, they've already showed videos of how quickly South Africa has turned into a fucking shithole.
Oh, yeah. it's gonna be just like a lot of fucking Africa is. It's gonna be it ain't gonna be fucking nice anymore.
Nope. I don't care what you have to say, man. And there's other areas around the country that, you know, I don't care where you're at. If it's a lot of drugs, crime, you know, of every color, race, and creed, it's going to be a shithole. But to take an area that quick and fucking just absolutely destroy it, for what? You don't know how to farm.
Yep. See, one of the nicest places I got to go in Africa was Seychelles. But it's all nice. But it's on the coast. It's on its own little island.
Well, it's a British territory too.
Yeah. And there's hardly any crime. I mean, there's crime, but not like it is in South Africa at all.
It's tourist theft crime that, you know, all of us, every country we've ever been to has it, you know, everywhere has it. You got pickpockets, man, everywhere. And it doesn't matter where you're at.
And the black guys on the ship that was on the Laboon, they didn't like us white guys because the black girls was pretty African women, right? They didn't want nothing to do with them at all.
I'll tell you what pissed me off about Seychelles, though, because they were in rupees. So if you paid in American cash, they would give you rupees back, and then they wouldn't take their rupees.
Yeah.
So you had to always pay in cash because of that exchange. That was the one thing that pissed me off.
Oh yeah, but the food there was fucking great, man.
Food was good. The hotels were nice. Me and my buddy fucking Travis jumped off of a fucking small cliff. Almost, you know, killed ourselves doing that, but it was fun. We're both really good swimmers, but we didn't realize, you know, the current coming in and splashing up against the side.
Oh, yeah.
It was super sharp. You know, didn't realize how sharp it was. So we got cut up pretty good, but, you know, we climbed back up it. We were fine.
Yeah.
I wouldn't suggest it for anybody out there to do it. Like, parental discretion advised. Don't do what sailors do.
Well, sailors don't do that shit no more because they've been pussified.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, maybe not now so much now since we got real leadership back in the fucking Pentagon.
It's still going to take time to filter out. I don't think Pete will have enough time to get it fucking thinned out.
Heard.
It started with Obama and shit. And Obama fired all the conservative guys, got everything in there. And then it continued on. So Bush didn't do shit about it.
Yeah, and it's a shame it's a shame that fuck like the West Coast sailors, right? They ain't like how we was, you know.
No, none of the East Coast, because we went to the East Coast in what, 4 years after.
But when I've been here too, the West Coast is kind of like turned into like now partying and all that shit.
Yeah, they've gotten into quite a bit of trouble. When I was telling you about, everybody getting in trouble because they didn't really know their military bearing. And I could see that, you know.
They even closed down Club Metro in San Diego too.
Oh yeah, I remember when they closed down, turned into a single sailor center.
You know, fuck that. That bar is where singles fucking go, along with the married ones too.
They closed down Anchors and Spurs for a buffet, man.
What?
Yeah, so they closed that first, turned it into a sailors like big buffet area, and then shortly after that, they closed Club Metro and turned it into like a coffee bar.
You don't need any more coffee bars. You don't need any more place to eat. You know, you go right out town, get Del Taco, get some of the best fucking street tacos you want right there. You know?
Yeah.
Just don't do it after fucking dark. You know?
Yeah. Don't be on Main Street in certain areas after dark.
Yeah, because you're coming off that tram, you're going to get fucking rolled. Or they'll try to roll you.
I don't even know if the Trophy Lounge is even still there.
I doubt it. You know?
I mean, I know it went off limits for a while.
Well, hell, because too many fucking marriages are breaking up because that house where all the fucking women would go, all the carriers, you know, when their husbands left or the shores, that's where they went.
Everybody went there that had Westpacks, man.
Yep.
Westpac widows.
There's old Thumper.
Jesus Christ. I think my therapist needs therapy.
Did you at least get a blowjob from her?
Holy fuck! No, it's over the phone, dude. I've been on the phone since 1 o'clock.
Oh,
1 o'clock with this bitch.
God damn.
I'm telling you, she needs therapy more than I do.
Man, I seen a joke this morning. Did you see, like, when you look at therapist, it says the rapist?
Yeah. Yeah, they just fucking raped 4 hours of my life away.
Right, and money.
Jesus. No, I'm not paying for it. It's through Wounded Warrior, but it's like some contracted company, and holy shit, dude.
Did you fucking have her cry with your stories?
No, she'd hardly let me talk. It was all about her. I was like,
did she look good anyways?
Huh?
Did she look good?
No, fuck no. She had like 2 teeth.
Oh, damn.
She was talking about how, and you're gonna love this one, Gilly. She was talking about how she has 2 teeth right here, and they're starting to break on her because that's where she tears off her meat and shit.
Oh,
She's from fucking Missouri.
What part of Missouri?
Down by Hannibal.
That's river right there. Same way Boonville is. Boonville's nothing but river rats. So.
Oh my god.
I'm not a true river rat because I didn't
like
grow
a
up here.
sideways snake with just two teeth right here. Oh.
Well, I mean, if she looked good, I don't care about the teeth. If she still look good, I don't care about the teeth.
No, she definitely does not look good. Give me a second. I need a fucking beer. Oh.
That's pretty sad. You get on the therapy session, you need a beer.
That is fucking horrible. Oh. I need a banquet. Oh, man, that was fucking rough, dude. That hurt. 4 hours on the phone, dude. My phone's fucking dead now. Like, what the fuck?
I'm surprised it didn't smoke and catch on fire.
I know, right?
Did you get your new phone in already?
Did I what?
Did you get your new phone in?
So, the phone that arrived yesterday, I swapped everything over, and like 2 text messages wouldn't open. Every time I went to open them, it would fucking shut my text messages down. So I go to Verizon and they're like, yeah, let me see. And they're like fucking with it and shit. Yeah. The one that wasn't working was one of my soon-to-be ex-wife. What's the dumbass do? He hits fucking dial and then hangs up real quick. And I'm like, what in the fuck are you doing? And then he's like, yeah, go home and give it a night. And if it doesn't work, come back tomorrow. So I wake up this morning and like none of my text messages work. It shuts down. I'm like, what the fuck? So then I go there today after my fucking dental appointment in Iowa City. I drove back. I go to fucking Verizon and he got bold and he fucking backed up all my messages and shit and then fucking cleared all the data. So now I have like 7,000 unread text messages. So I got to go through each individual one and open each text message thread just so it goes away. Dude, I'm telling you, the last 2 days have been fucking crazy.
Now, which phone did you get? Which Android? Which model?
So it's a Google Pixel. Yeah. But the thing is, the phone is great. It's an unfortunate chain of events because I cracked the screen because I had it in my pocket and I leaned over putting groceries in the back of my Explorer and I just hit the corner of that fucking screen just right. So I've had that phone for 3 fucking years. No problem. Not one. The problem is they sent me a refurbished phone to replace the phone. So then that refurbished phone, because they replaced my screen. Originally, my phone, they replaced the screen. The screen had black lines going across it because parts of the LCD were dead. So they're like, well, we're going to replace your phone. So they send me a refurbished phone. That one goes on the fucking fritz. So then they send me another one. That one is the one that's like blinking fucking. It looks like Lil Tate's background with the green just fucking flashing all over the fucking thing. So then yesterday I got the fucking phone. I got it all fucking set up. And then the text messages fucking weren't working. They installed incorrectly or something. So I And I'm trying to hold out for the Google Pixel 10 because they always do a deal where when the Google Pixel drops, the watch drops with it, and they normally do a free watch. And I already have the first Google Pixel watch, and so I want the newest one and the newest phone, because if I upgrade now, I'm going to get the 9, which the 10's either going to drop in August or October.
Yeah, I got the newest seat. Before I got the 16 iPhone, I didn't go back to Android, right? I got the newest at that time, the newest, which was last year, the newest fucking Google Pixel, the newest one.
The 9?
Yeah.
Okay, because I have the 7 Pro.
And stuff that I went ahead and paid that off, and I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna pay it off because I have hearing aids, and the Androids don't work the greatest with the hearing aids. They do not, because they don't have. See, Apple has the proprietary, has all the coverage for it, right? The licenses. Where Google has some licenses, but they don't have every one of them. So they work the best with the iPhones, and stuff. But hell, I got one just for backup in case my iPhone, in case I break it or something. I can just call US Cellular and say, hey, restart this bitch.
Ooh, you got US. I hate US Cellular. They suck up here. In Iowa, US Cellular is fucking horrible.
Shit, I mean, I'm telling you, they're like, I've had Verizon, I've had AT&T right here in Missouri. I mean, Verizon has good coverage, don't get me wrong, right? But they're the most expensive motherfuckers out there.
Yeah.
US Cellular, I don't have a problem with US Cellular at all.
What's cool, though, is so I pay $19.99 for insurance on my phone. It's really good insurance. I then pay $24.99 for insurance on all of my other tech shit at home.
Yeah.
Verizon covers my tablets, my doorbell, my fucking security cameras, my computers, VR headsets, all that shit, thermostats. And what's cool is for $24.99, you can also cover somebody else's house for free. So
you might want to get away from the digital thermostats. They'll be shutting your shit off.
Oh, they always do that shit. You don't even have to have a digital one. They can fucking shut that shit off no matter what. They get all that.
Well, they'd have to shut the electricity or gas off. If you don't have a digital, that's the only way they can shut it down.
Yeah, true. But it even covers your TVs. Like that warranty covers your TVs. So I was paying $54 a month for my insurance for 2 watches and my phone. So what I did was I dropped off the watches and I paid the $20 for the phone, and the watches are covered under the $24.99 plan. So I'm paying less and I get way more stuff covered, including what was already covered. But there for a while, I was paying fucking $68 a month for fucking warranty coverage for 2 phones and 4 watches and a tablet.
Jesus Christ.
It's like, holy fuck. I couldn't believe I was paying $68 a month.
Oh, I hate to see your fucking bill.
Oh, it's expensive. Or it was. Now I'm under $200. I had to pay $460 just to get my phone to keep from getting it shut off because she wasn't paying her fucking phone bill. Our listeners are probably like, yeah, this guy's fucked. Fucked up therapist, fucking financial problems. Oh, funny.
Well, that does happen, though.
Welcome to the fucking Pfeiffer's podcast with Hodges' fucking problems.
I just thought it was funny. You see, I need a beer. That's pretty sad you get after therapy.
I'm telling you, man, that was rough.
Hey.
I've never been through a therapy session where it made me wanted to shoot myself. It's bad. Yeah.
Hey,
since we're talking about camping, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I wanted to bring up from out there, Colorado. They're doing a fucking recall of a cooler, and it's the Igloo 90 quart flipping toe rolling cooler. So
what's the amputation? Your fucking fingers?
Yeah. Your fingertips, handle causing fingertip injuries, including amputation, bone fractures, and laceration.
That's a serious fucking cooler, bro.
Yeah, no shit, right?
God damn. Ain't nothing melting in that bitch.
That's why when you're talking about beer and us camping, I was like, oh, I seen this story come out. I gotta fucking put it in.
There's no fucking roll a 90-quart fucking cooler full of ice and beer. That bitch would be heavy as fuck.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I know. You pick that bitch up, or you leave it in the back of the fucking truck or the SUV, and you leave the motherfucker there. You know, fuck.
That's serious shit if your fucking fingers get cut off.
Fuck, man.
Especially just the tips, dude. I don't even know if you could save enough to put it back on.
Right?
No, you can't. Well, no, you can't. You don't have to fucking be missing a chunk.
Yeah, you just have little nubbies, dude.
Yep. Hey, since it's May, what barbecue competition is in May?
Is that the Kansas City one?
Nope. That's in October.
I thought Kansas City.
Nope.
Is that not Charlotte?
Nope. Fake whole hog.
Got me.
Memphis in May.
Oh fuck yeah, Memphis.
And Hodges and your fellow Iowegian and a fellow vet.
Is he on
there.
the way down there?
I'll show you. He's already there.
He makes some fucking killer food, dude.
He's already
Hell
there.
yeah.
The big bowl case. And look at it.
Yep.
See, and that's the one he just picked up. What I showed you.
Yeah.
That barbecue in Texas.
That
that
motherfucker is huge.
Yeah, he just picked that up. You know, I wish they would live stream that motherfucker, that competition, right? Because I would love to see it. You know, live.
Yeah.
I thought some of those guys do that though. I thought they do live stream on like Instagram or Facebook. They do Facebook lives.
Some of them do, but some of them don't. They'll post it later.
Yeah, not live. Yeah.
I mean, like Blues Hog will go live every now and then, but you got to catch them when they do it. You know. But I mean, I would love just to go there. I mean, not compete because I can't do whole hog because I can't eat it. You know, the hog that they use anyways. But
man, there was a documentary on the competition smokers, dude, and it like followed them for a season.
Oh yeah, Michael Simon did that.
That was fucking cool to watch, man. I would love to get into competitions, dude.
But they stopped doing it after like 2 or 3 seasons.
Yeah, I would love to get into a competition because, dude, I ran a truck for a guy.
Yeah.
It was his recipes, but I tweaked them, and we did more than just barbecue, but like burgers and shit like that, and deep fried Uncrustables.
Yeah.
Dude, those are the best. If you can deep fry those, oof.
Oh yeah,
so fucking good.
Just put a corn like a corn dog batter or pancake batter on deep fry.
No, you don't even need to do that. The bread.
Well, I mean, if you want a little extra, stuff to them.
See, I don't like doing that because then it's harder to get the fucking gooiness inside the jelly and the peanut butter. Because I like the grape ones with the fucking peanut butter, and you just throw them bitches in. They'll fucking puff up and get nice and golden brown. The bread will, and oh, dude, it's so good.
Did you see the one they were doing Hot Pockets too? They were deep frying Hot Pockets.
Hell yeah!
I'm like, what the fuck?
I used to air fry mine.
Well, yeah, but
motherfuckers in air fryer.
Air fryer's gonna be a hell of a lot faster than fucking putting them in a deep fryer.
I don't know, man. The deep fryer, if you get it hot enough, I got
I'm saying it takes time to get that oil up the tip. Depends how much oil you fucking do.
Yeah.
Air fryer, fucking air fryer, boom, put it in a few minutes, you're done. Dude.
Yeah, I got a 2-basket deep fryer, and it holds. It's about those big jugs of Luana oil. I'll use one of those, and it'll use like a quarter of it almost.
Yeah.
It's a lot of oil.
Well, you got 3-gallon or 4-gallon cookers. What you got?
No, this one's smaller. It's not that big.
That stuff because it takes me because the jugs are 3 gallons of peanut oil, right?
Yeah.
The big jugs are 3 gallons. I gotta use one whole limb and a quarter of the other one when I do my fryer.
For the deep, like the turkey fryer.
No, well, it's not. No, this is a double basket deep fryer for
Oh, that's
fish.
a big one. Then. Now, mine's not that big. Mine's a countertop one, dude. It maybe
Okay.
uses a quarter. Like,
Okay.
It might use a gallon. You know what I mean?
See, I'll show you which one I have. Mine's the. Let's see here.
I love it though, because now I don't even use the oil. I throw lard in that bitch. That's good shit right there. Make some fucking tenderloins. Oh, deep fried breaded tenderloins, Iowa style.
See, this is the one I have right here.
See, the next trip, I think all y'all should come to fucking Iowa. I'll come down and get you, Gilly.
All right. See, this is what I have right here.
Oh, nice. That's a fucking. Yeah, that ain't a countertop one. Jesus Christ, Gilly.
But you see that fucking you see the port where you gotta light the fucking gas at, right?
Jesus Christ.
That motherfucker, you see moonshiners when they use the big stills and they whoosh, that motherfucker
Who the McGilly? What the fuck? Start calling you fucking McGilly. You're looking like fucking McDonald's over there with fucking fry baskets and shit.
Fuck, I even got outdoor. I even got a 2-burner Blackstone that folds up too. That has a foldable stand with it.
Gilly, I thought I had a problem. I thought I had a fucking problem.
Dude, I got 4 fucking drum smokers. 4.
You know what's funny is I remember back in the day us talking about barbecue, and you're like, I think I'm gonna get one. I'm like, do it. And here you are, fucking 4 drum smokers, a fucking commercial size fucking deep fryer. Later,
like he needs a trailer to travel with just to bring everything he wants to cook with.
I know. I'll tell you what, Gilly, I'll be your driver, man. We'll just fucking go around the country selling food.
Dude, that would work good for fucking barbecue competitions right there.
Oh yeah,
that would work fucking awesome right there.
Well, and you got a niche. You got a niche too because you got Alpha Gale, so you could turn it into an Alpha Gale barbecue style with different meats.
Take a whole chicken and drop that motherfucker in the deep fryer. Woo!
No, I'm saying like competition wise, I would do the chicken. He takes care of the hog.
Beef and hog and yeah, because I could cook up some fucking briskets and ribs and shit. And
because I got 2 pit barrels that's dedicated just for beef and pork. You know,
we're gonna have to travel around with this fucking deck grate and fucking cinder blocks.
Fuck that! Fuck me too drunk trying to set that motherfucker up, tear it down. Fuck that!
Hell no, dude! Just keep the grate with you and just go buy some cinder blocks wherever you're at and set it up.
Well,
could you imagine rolling up to a fucking competition? Everybody's getting their fucking nice barrel smokers and all this shit out of their fucking trailer, and I'm out there with fucking cinder blocks and a fucking deck grate and a fucking piece of metal roofing. You know, look at me like you're fucking nuts.
You're a fucking hillbilly, is what they're gonna say.
Fucking Neanderthal barbecue.
Fuck yeah.
But you know what? But then you could say if we was in an area that had a lot of illegals, right? Just stop by the Home Depot. Hey, $20 to throw this together for us.
You might not have any illegals here soon enough to do that.
Well, right? True. I mean, well, they won't get them all. I
think for my cinder blocks, I paid like $1.08 per block, and I got 42 of them. And I'm not even using all 42 right now. I'm not even using all. I'm using. So I did two courses, then the deck grate, and then another course. Yeah. I think. Hang on. 1, 2. Yeah. No. So I got three courses, but I bought enough for 4 courses. So if I need to raise it up to hang, I can. Because right now those are the deck grading is those blocks are 8 inches tall, so the grate is 16 inches above the coals. Yeah. But I can go another 8 inches up, so I go 24 inches above, and I can hang because I have like that bacon hanger. This thing. What the fuck is it?
Fucking hiding from you.
Probably. God damn it. No, where the fuck?
Son bitch.
I got a bacon hanger somewhere. Motherfucker. I'll find it. But I can hang it right on that grate and then put the fucking coals on each side of it. So that way it gets heat evenly from both sides instead of one side getting more heat than the other.
Yeah.
So I can put coals there and I can do a real thin layer underneath it and then the piles of coals on each side. And that will smoke that fucking bacon, dude. I you know what? Compared to all my other smokers, so they do really good with like really just hitting everything with smoke. But the way this rolls, the way this smoke rolls in this thing, it's fucking amazing, dude. It hits and it gives it that perfect fucking flavor, I think. But I would travel with this shit. I'd fucking take the because in about 4 years, I'm about to sell this house, buy a fucking fifth wheel and a fucking diesel truck, and just travel. Use my fucking disability to fucking pay for a month at a fucking campground or something, you know, and just fucking stay there for a month or whatever. And then go to the next campground. I'll just make sure I hit all the fucking competitions. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Once my sons move, dude, there's nothing holding me here.
Yeah.
You know, other than this is where my roots were. I can always come back, you know.
Yeah, hell, me and you could, since we're right there right in the same area, me and you could team up. See, Golden Shellback Barbecue, baby.
There you go. Yep. The Golden Turtle.
Yeah. You know, I mean, fuck. I mean, we can hit all of Missouri, Iowa, fucking Tennessee,
Kansas, Nebraska,
even Texas too.
Yep. Ooh, and I do a killer Texas style.
Because I still have all my recipes up here in my head for brisket and all that too.
Oh yeah, me too.
That stuff. Even though I can cook them, I just can't eat them. You know, which I got to start showing River how to do that this summer. He wants to learn, so
I can fucking show him while we're out there.
I know.
Look at I'm gonna have fucking brisket or something. We'll fucking smoke that motherfucker. We don't need to use the smoker that you're buying. I'll make one. I'll figure out a way.
We ain't gonna get the Gateway because Gateway sold out to another Missouri smoking company. You know,
they sold the whole company?
The Gateway, just Gateway.
Bro.
They sold out to Smoking Brothers, which is down in the fucking Boot Hill.
Really?
So, yeah. See, I got checking the.
How the fuck did they get that much money to buy fucking Gateway? You would think it would be the other way around.
I don't know, unless Gateway was saying fuck it, you know, because they got Blues Hog too, right? You know, that was part. I mean, unless they just said fuck, we just want to concentrate on one. I don't know, but I got that email from the day asking, hey, because when we go on right by the store, you know, we're blue, you know, their old ones. They said, well, we're not at that store no more. We're at this one now.
Oh, that sucks.
Which is down the Boot Hill. But what I'm gonna do is remember that junior pit barrel?
Yeah.
Dude, pretty much same size. Here, I'll show you. And it's a hell of a lot fucking cheaper, dude. Oh. And they do just as good a job as Gateway. You know. But the Gateway, see, the only thing with the Gateway is you got to adjust the tips. You got to. You know, this one, there's no adjusting the fucking tip on it, which I like. It's 33 inches tall. That's including this with the stand, because it has a stand that comes off with it, right?
Yeah.
So it's 21 inches wide with the side handles on.
That ain't bad.
That's pretty much the same width and height as the go-to was. But with shipping and all that, see, shipping's free, and your veterans get a hell of a discount through Pit Barrel, right? See, even with the fucking shipping protection, $313.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, because the discount they give us is $32. They give us 10%. So, but if I don't want the protection, say it goes down to $291 right there.
That's just shipping protection, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the shipping protection.
I mean, do you really need that?
Well, sometimes with FedEx, you better have it.
Yeah, I got it with mine.
Yeah. So I'm going to order one of those because, they work just as good, all that shit. So
they got it in stock?
Oh, yeah. Dude, it'll be here. If I ordered today, it'd be here in 2 days.
Oh, okay.
That stuff. But yeah, dude, you can still hang them. I got all the hooks, everything. I don't need their hooks. I got 2 of them. I got enough hooks for fucking days and days with them motherfuckers.
Yeah, I do too. I got a ton.
Yeah,
I got a ton of hooks.
Yeah, I'll get that ordered, and I won't use it at all. We'll season that bitch when we get there because it don't take long. Yeah, pretty much you don't have to season it at all. It's a fucking true go right there.
I never really seasoned mine because it's gonna season while you're cooking anyway.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Even with like cedar and stuff like that I used to have a smokehouse.
Yeah.
I never seasoned it. I mean, I would cook in it right away. I wouldn't season it before I cooked in it. I don't give a shit. It's gonna still season. And you're still gonna get the smoke.
Oh, yeah.
And
I'll fucking that stuff.
And that's what's unique about the pit barrels, because the way that lid's set up, that is you start smoking it and that grease hits everything and it actually seals that thing up. I've had mine like stick and peel it off and it seals that shit up.
And I've seen those dumb motherfuckers on the fucking Facebook page for Pit Barrel, right? Trying to add a seal to it. I'm like, no, you don't add a seal. It would seal itself the fuck up. Because they're like, well, it's running too hot. I said, dude, the first few cooks, especially if you're doing short cooks, right? It's going to run hot for a while. Then once that, it'll average between 300 and 325 once everything gets settled in on it. But it depends on what charcoal you use, too. If you put high temp in that bitch, it'll run about 400.
Well, and if you're running like a huge pile in there and you fucking like chimney it and throw it in there, then it's going to be hot as fuck.
Yeah. And I'm like, I've told people on that fucking Facebook page, I'm like, just say it's a true set forget. Just put your wire, if you got wireless probe, put it in there, close it up. Do not open that lid until you get your internal temperatures. That's all you need to do with it.
See, that's where I'm different because I don't have a lid. I have a top to it, but it's open on one whole side of my smoker. And so, like, I'm so used to being able to get in there and shuffle around those coals and change the temp and, do different things. But
on that one, you have to on that style.
Yeah. I've also had the vertical barrel type smoker where you have the air control, at the top, the little thing to open and close and get more flow. And then I've also done electric, and they all have their purposes and skill level set and all that. And I just like going back to old school fire with, I really want to fucking smoke uncured, unsmoked ham. I want to get pure fucking raw meat and I want to smoke it into a fucking ham because I think that would be fucking great. I haven't done that in years and I want to do it on an open pit.
Oh yeah.
So
see like pit barrel is the only one that you can't control the airflow.
Yeah.
I mean, you can control
they have that shit to a science anyways. I mean,
you can control it a little bit, right? Because it has a flap on the bottom, right? You control a little bit, but it's not a true control it.
Yeah.
But I've seen motherfuckers put forced air control to blow more air to them. I'm like, dude, why? You don't need to. You're just spending
way to burn your shit up.
You're spending money you don't fucking need. I mean,
yeah,
but people are just. But those are the ones that think they got to have everything, right? Instead of just being simple, you know.
Why do you think I
Barbecue
went back
is,
to an open pit,
yeah.
dude?
I mean,
The most
barbecue
simple
is
fucking one you
simple.
got.
Yeah. But
I mean,
the problem is a lot of people don't have access to wood either. Like
yeah.
That I see. I mean, if I still had access to wood, I might have one.
Well, you don't even have to have wood. You could use charcoal. You could use lump coal.
But you're gonna use a lot more lump charcoal than you are wood.
It depends on which charcoal. Because mine, I get the acacia hardwood.
Yeah.
That stuff lasts forever. Like I light that shit, and it's fucking hot, and it stays hot.
I use Blues Hog lump down, and it lasts a hell lot longer than fucking Keepster does.
Is that oak? Is it oak?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, this is acacia. This stuff, the stuff I use, I get it at Tyson's. It's a farm store. It's like $10 a fucking bag, dude. And it's worth it. I'm getting ready to I'm going to get a barrel, a 50 gallon drum, and I'm going to make my own charcoal. Like there's a way to do it, and I'm going to do it. That way I don't have to buy it.
Well, like Byron Mitz at his cooking school, he makes his own. He's got those fucking big old fucking, he loads this fucking bitch up.
Yep.
And that bitch should be glowing red.
I want to use my oak tree that I cut down, because that fucker's the hardest tree I've ever fucking tried to split. I use sledgehammer and splitting wedges, and dude, I've been splitting wood my entire fucking life. This one is the only one that's ever, dude, I hit that bitch and the fucking wedge went ding and it went flying across the fucking yard. I was like, what the fuck?
Would you try to split it right after you cut it down?
Dude, no, it was 2 years. It's been cut down and in the yard for 2 years.
Was it fucking, what time of year was it?
Huh?
What time of year was it? Hot or cold?
It fell at the beginning of summer. What year was that?
No, I mean, when you try to split it, what time of year when you try to split it?
Oh, it was summertime.
Wait, you got to do that shit in fucking cold. Everything's fucking frozen. That's when it's easier.
No,
right there.
I got to do that shit when it's fucking hot and drying the fucking wood out.
If you got wood like that that don't want to split that bitch in wintertime. Everything's frozen. Bitch will split.
No, that motherfucker ain't splitting. Period. I just got it to start splitting, and it's been like 4 years now. I just got it to start splitting. Dude, I'm telling you, it's the hardest fucking tree I've ever had.
You need this Missouri boy show you how to split wood.
Huh?
You need me to show you how to split wood, goddammit.
Shit, I grew up. Come on now. I was a fucking homesteader. We cut wood all the time. I had to for fucking heat and to cook on, to heat my water, all that shit.
When Dad was working on the bridge crew, right, for the county, they build new bridges. Dude, he'd have access. The farmers would look, because they had to tear out these big ass trees, right? Oaks from the fucking farmers' property. And fucking Dad got access to it. We didn't have to use the backhoe to load them in the back of his truck. That's how big they was. And Dad goes, "Don't try to split them yet, son. Wait till wintertime." He was right, because I tried to split it. It would bounce off, right? I was like, what the fuck? Wait till wintertime, bitch split it perfectly every time. I was like, yeah.
Actually, this is the 5th year, and it's just now splittable. Because I was telling somebody about it, and I was like, yeah. And I pulled a fucking log over, and I'm like, oh, it's actually fucking splitting, finally. Dude, I've checked it throughout the years, all the different times.
Instead of splitting the shit by hand, you should have bought you a fucking split the loads and got you a splitter.
Yeah, I know. Trust me. I would love to, because my fucking shoulders and back can't handle fucking splitting wood anymore. I'm too fucking old and broken. Dude, it's fucking hot up here today.
Because I bought one when I started mowing wood in my old place. I was like, fuck splitting my hand no more. Fuck that shit. I wouldn't buy me a little cheap fucking splitter with a fucking trailer on it, right? But
yeah.
Bitch works great.
Harbor Freight has them. You can even rent them. You can rent them from Home Depot. Even I was too cheap. I was like, sledgehammer and wedges are way cheaper than a fucking. And I'm like, yeah, fuck this. I'm gonna get a fucking splitter now. because this is fucking stupid.
Yeah, till your back goes out and shit and your shoulders are sore.
Yeah, it's cheaper
Right.
until you got to pay the fucking bill for your medical bills.
But it is one of the best exercises you can actually do.
It
Cardio
is.
and strength at the same fucking time.
Yes, we know it's like swinging a fucking hammer at a tire. Same fucking
But
thing.
but don't put Landon out there splitting. He's old enough to be splitting that wood now. Put him out there doing it.
I got the better insurance. I don't want him get hurt because then I got to pay for shit.
Come on now. I mean, shit. If he's gonna play football or anything like that, that'll strengthen him up really quick.
Oh, he ain't playing football. I ain't letting him. Too many
Why?
fucking injuries, dude. Traumatic brain
come
injuries
on
and
now.
fucking neck problems, dude. You know how many times I've been called to the stadium over here for high schoolers that have broken fucking necks? As a
Because they
paramedic?
they was weak.
Dude.
Because they was fucking weak. Their necks wasn't strong. That's the problem. No, I'm telling you, you
Yeah.
take somebody that worked all the fucking that whole hay, split wood, did the structure right, they never got hurt versus the ones that just lifted weights. You know,
I'm okay with him not playing football. I never played football.
you
I
gonna
played
let
baseball.
you gonna let him wrestle. You gonna let him wrestle if he wants to.
Huh?
You gonna let him wrestle if he wants to.
I mean, it is Iowa, but he ain't gonna want to wrestle. Trust me. This kid ain't. He's not about that.
Now, what about baseball?
If he wanted to, but I don't think he would.
Damn.
Honestly,
Does he know
he's not,
about the
he's
the
not
history?
he's not the sports type of kid, man. He does like playing like frisbee golf. That's about it. Like he does not like
Fucking
you know,
frisbee golf.
It's fucking fun, dude.
he would rather
I hate frisbee golf because I'm always chasing my fucking frisbee.
he would rather he would rather just go out and play outside
Yeah.
than waste his like he looks at going to a sports game like having to play and stuff as a waste
Yeah.
of time because he could get the same exercise if not better just
Yeah.
out playing because that's what he does, dude. He goes outside and I mean I showed you guys the other day when we were talking about kids being on fucking electronics. I go, here's my
Yeah.
son and he's running up and down the fucking sidewalk.
Yeah.
I mean, my kid, he doesn't give a fuck. Like he's like,
Yeah.
I would rather be outside playing, and I get
Yeah.
it. Like, cool. You know, he wants to go for walks all the time. We went hiking the other day.
Yeah.
I mean, we went on a fucking 3.5 mile hike through the woods, dude. I mean, it was a hike. It was not just flat land. It was up and down fucking ravines and all this shit in the woods, and it was a good time. We had a blast. You know,
So this will be the first year River has not played baseball summer league because he didn't want to. So I asked him twice. I said, "You want to play, Don?" I said, "Okay, I'll ask you closer time to sign you up." Just because you know how kids are, they change their mind every now and then.
Yep.
He's like, "No, I don't want to play." I said, "Okay, that's fine with me." Yeah.
and here's my thing on this. You know, sports, they always say, oh, you got to have good grades to stay in sports at school, blah blah blah, and then the school will fucking allow them to, they'll take care of them so they can keep playing if they're good.
Yeah, not always. Not always.
There's a
Depends
lot.
on your teachers. Depends on your teachers too.
Well, the problem is it happens, right? And I would rather my son concentrate on his school grades and his goals in life than some game. Honestly, I ain't saying it
I know
because I was dead set on going to the minors and trying to go to majors eventually. And you know what? I ended up moving and I had scouts looking at me for minors. And I ended up, you know, like realizing that was not probably going to happen. So I actually refocused myself and I started getting good grades. And then I started setting goals and then shit happened. And then I joined the Navy because I was pissed. And so, you know, he has goals. He knows what he wants to do and he knows what industry he wants to get into. So I would rather him just concentrate on that, you know, and that way, because his goals are going to allow him to go farther than me, which is what I want. You know, obviously every parent wants their kid to do better than them, you know, and this kid, he's going to, which is amazing. So,
I mean, the bigger schools, they do fucking get the athletes, they pass them all through. But the smaller schools here in Missouri will not. I mean, I had teachers ride my ass because I would maintain the sea level, right? I'm like, I don't give a fuck about school. You know,
bare minimum.
And they'd see me sometimes get A's and B's on tests. Like, motherfucker, if you applied yourself like you do fucking baseball, you'd be fucking on the honor roll. I'm like,
I was
I don't
told
give
I
a
was
fuck.
told the same thing, dude.
Yeah.
Yep,
But
I was told the same thing.
the only year I had straight A's was my senior year. But I was pretty much in the VOTEC the whole time. And 1 hour I wasn't in the VOTEC, I had weightlifting fucking class. We actually had class for weightlifting.
You know what's awesome? So when I was in Indiana and I was going to Brown County High School, they have this thing and it's super cool. Super fucking cool. So when I went there in 11th and 12th grade, so 96 to 97 and then 97 to 98, I was they went to the block scheduling, right? So you have 4 classes a day and every other day you alternate. And one day I would have building trades and we would go build a log cabin for this guy that has a business for paintball. And we would go out there and it would literally be 3 periods. So 1 period of study hall in the morning, and then I would go out for the rest of the day and build a fucking cabin. That was my whole day at school. It was fucking awesome. And then every year there's a 2-week period where you go and do other stuff away from school. So like you pay like $250 and you take a trip to the fucking Appalachians and you hike and then you do fucking indoor parachuting. I went to Purdue and flew in a Cessna and then did their simulator flight simulator, like the big one that actually moves and everything. And then you go up in a hot air balloon and then you make your own hot air balloon. And then so they have like different things. There was one that was a budgeting class. Like for 2 weeks, you go and do shopping and you do analysis of different stores and all this shit. So each year you pick something and you go do it. And it's real world shit. And then you get high school credit for it. Did they have something like that where you were at, Little Tate, for school, or is that just Brown County?
No, it was very similar. Like when you got into your like trade classes, like electives, that was how it went. You know what I mean? Like your budgeting was the same way. You would bring receipts in though. So you go like shopping and you'd bring receipts in and then you compare, for financials, and that was part of balancing your checkbook. Part of that, you had like a checkbook that you would use and you would use receipts, rent, all of that shit. And then when you did construction, it was very similar to that, except we did Habitat for Humanity. So when you went through 1 and 2, you would help out in town, doing your shit. But 3 for your final, you would go out, your team would actually build the fucking house. So the teacher would be out there, the supplies were all, there for you, but you fucking built it. You didn't get any help whatsoever, and you were graded at the end of it. So it's very similar to that.
So like that 2-week thing I was talking about, you literally like left school and you went and did shit, and that counted towards your credit for high school. And then like that building trades class was an actual class, which was super fucking cool, dude. You eat lunch and everything out on the job site, just like you would if you were working, and you build that fucking house. And at the end of the year, dude, you got a fucking finished product that you can literally drive by and go, "Yep, I helped build that."
That's the way building for Habitat for Humanity is. But you needed like all 3 electives, so you're basically up to your senior year doing the course, and then that would be part of your senior final grade too. Like,
this was 1 year. You go into this class, you do your classroom work, and you learn like the different things, and then they take you like, I think like your first quarter is all classroom work, and then second, third, and fourth quarter is out at the job site and building a house. Like, it's cool. It's legit, dude. I loved it, and it was even better.
Was similar to that. Automotive, Lincoln Tech came over with an F1 car. So when you got done with your auto mechanics, you would go over there and work and eat lunch at the trade school. Like that was your spot. So it was very similar to your construction. They did it for auto mechanics though.
Nice.
And you built on an F1 car, all of that shit, the suspensions. So yeah, that one, like, you left school, for like, you go in it in the morning and you were there all day. But the way Huntington North was, you still had to keep your core 40 academic shit. So that's how they shifted you around, like senior year and shit like that, because most seniors were already 18. So it was easy for the school to kind of let you go and work, and they wouldn't be in trouble because you were a minor. So that's how they worked it for senior year, because most people were 18. So
nice.
But yeah, they're similar. Indiana does a lot of that shit. Or they used to. I don't know about now. Like,
we'd be out at the fucking job site building the fucking like that log cabin, and we'd fucking walk off and just smoke cigarettes and shit. And the teacher, his name was Todd. We called him Todd. His last name was Todd. We're like, hey Todd, we're gonna go for a fucking smoke break, and he'd be like, yeah, whatever.
Whatever, dude.
Stop us because, dude, we're in the middle of nowhere. I mean, Brown County, Indiana is so fucking remote, and the biggest town is Nashville, Indiana, which is this tiny little fucking town, and so like we were out in the middle of nowhere. This guy had, I think it was like 1,200 acres for paintball competitions, and he needed a lodge built, and the school was like, yeah, we'll build it for you, and just do this. And so the guy paid the school, and they delivered all the fucking shit and sent us out there, and we built that fucker. And
yeah, we were cheap labor back in the day.
Fuck yeah, it was some of the best experience though.
Ag class was very similar to that, when you took agriculture, because you'd start off in the classroom, growing, whatever, and then you would go out to some of the farms, and then you would work the mill, when they're testing hydration and soybeans and all the tests that come in for money. So you learn that side of agriculture and shit. So ag class was pretty good because our teacher couldn't smell anything, so everybody smoked in the hoods.
Just
dude,
like that's how my welding class was.
I was gonna say welding was the same way. You just put a stick in, dude, when you're in the booth, and just fucking smoke and arc while you're in there.
Either tap the stick or fucking turn your oxygen down so your acetylene fucking creates a fucking big old black soot.
Well, that shit didn't work for my welding teacher.
He knew.
He knew all because he knew because he smoked. He's like, you motherfuckers. And I thought I was going to be, I was like, okay, he ain't going to catch me fucking smoking in school. I'll put a dip in, right?
I'd say
I had it on.
Oh, go ahead, Gilly.
I had it on the right side, right? Because where booth was, you looked in from the left side, right? I was like, I'll be smart. He walked over the other side. I'm like, he goes, Deputy, he said, come here. He said, take that dip out, right for everybody. He said, now you got two choices. I take you right now to the superintendent of the VOTEC and have you spend it. He said, but you got fucking baseball game tonight. If you get suspended, you won't be playing. He said, but you can swallow it right now. He said, I didn't see nothing. I said, okay, I'll swallow that bitch. There was one girl there, she did puke. But I've never chewed in that class ever fucking again.
We only got in trouble because people were leaving spit bottles around. That was what got us in trouble when we were dipping. But the only time I got in trouble in fucking welding class was when I fucking welded all the fucking hand tools to the teacher's desk because it was metal. We got in trouble in metals class. We had a new teacher, and he didn't really have an inventory of the stock. So we were taking brass and turning out bowls for people fucking smoking weed, and we get paid for it. And that lasted about half the semester till he went in there and was doing inventory. And he's like, where the fuck is all the brass at? He's like, you little motherfuckers are asses. Right? So I know what the fuck you're doing with the brass. So if I catch anybody with brass in the lays, y'all are fucking, you're done. I don't care what you're turning. If it's brass, your ass is grass. Is basically the way he said it. We all like busted out laughing. There's like 3 or 4 of us making them.
Fucking stoners.
Fuck yeah, baby.
Yeah, dude. We used to make pipes and shit all the time in welding. Yeah.
Plastic class got us in trouble for that too. Yeah.
Some badass pipes.
We had a good time. We're like, we're just turning some fucking brass. We ain't hurt nobody. We're getting practice in. Okay, nobody want no aluminum. It's like that joke in fucking what was it with Dave Chappelle, where old Daniel Baldwin's the mechanic. He's like, give me an avocado, a snorkel, and a fucking roll. He's like, what? Bro, I've made fucking more with less. All right. Fucking stoners, man.
Yep.
But you're right. I mean, that was school that taught you how to fucking get into a profession. Like you could kind of go all the way around, like different, we had so many different vocational classes that whatever you wanted to do, man, you could do. I want to do jewel crafting, but they got rid of it right before I could get it, which is how to cut stones and shit.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, it was like how to tell diamond, like, because it's part of geology, which I enjoyed geology. So it kind of like fell into it. And then they got rid of it just because they didn't have enough money to keep it up.
Yeah. Yeah, it sucks.
Not enough demand for, jewel crafters.
Now, if Pop-Tart made this flavor, would y'all try it?
Was it pickles?
Nope.
Nasty vagina?
No.
You want to try the pulled pork one?
Fuck no.
No. Fuck no.
That's a pastry that's supposed to be sweet, not with some fast barbecue sauce in it.
Well, barbecue sauce can be sweet too.
Not like that, though. You're trying to put artificial pork flavoring with some barbecue sauce in a pastry. Can you imagine what that frosting tastes like?
Oh, no. All right. Hey, this is for all you retired fucks. Sailors.
You guys pray for me real quick. I'm going to fucking restart my phone for a fucking update.
All
right. Fucking shit.
This is for everyone who did 20 plus years in the Navy right here. I'm going to share without sound, so.
Pretty much.
I get Krusty's fucking now on my eyes when I wake up.
I figured you'd like that little tape.
Oh yeah. That bathroom looks like it's an older like LSD, that head.
Something like that, yeah.
It's definitely not a cruiser or a destroyer.
No, it's not.
It's a big deck. You can tell by where the sinks are.
Oh, did y'all hear that Metallica when they was playing Virginia Tech not too long ago? They set off, yes, from the fans.
What they set off?
The seismometers or seismographs.
Yeah.
It registered just under a 1.0 earthquake when they played Enter Sandman.
80,000 fucking people.
Yep. Yeah, fuck Katy Perry and her fucking tour down in fucking Brazil. Fuck that bullshit. We don't care about how many people. Let's make some fucking noise.
Yeah, singing what? She's singing next to a turd like Mr. Hanky. Somebody said that South Park should sue her for copyright.
They only did that because they wanted to beat Queen, who had the largest concert down there in history. And the largest concert in history was done down in Rio de Janeiro with fucking Queen. And then she turned around and fucking did it. But if you look at it, I don't know, dude. I don't. It was a free fucking concert, Of course you're gonna get fucking that many people.
That's because she hasn't been able to sell any tickets. She had to give them away.
Yeah. But Metallica, they set off the fucking seismograph when they fucking played Enter Sandman. Fucking badass.
I saw this one today. It's funny. So I'm gonna play it with no sound. But So I had to restart because I didn't catch it in time. So
Hang on, my dog is like disappearing in a bush.
this one's funny as hell. You're gonna get a kick out of this one though.
Get out of there. Come on. Let's go. Retard.
All right. Just wait for it. Bam.
Oh,
God
dear.
damn.
Fucking, ooh.
When you're running away from a couple more side, here comes a deer broadside. Bam.
Dude,
Damn.
my mom was hit by a deer. So she didn't hit the deer. The deer ran into her, waiting to turn in the medium, and then it shit down the side of her car and spit on her because her window was cracked. You know, she was smoking. So, like, it ran in, did the side shot, and then fucking spit on her as it went out and across the front. She was pissed because it spit on her and shit on the car.
I remember watching a deer try to jump over a car on the highway, and it broke all fucking 4 legs, and we had to get out and fucking kill it. It fucking almost
shoot
made
us
it.
mercy.
Yeah, I had a buddy that tried to take a roadkill fucking deer in right down the road from him. The butcher's like, nah, I ain't gonna fucking touch it, dude.
There you go, little Tate.
There you go.
Wonder how much beer that motherfucker holds.
Ooh, I would love that.
Riding shotgun with you. It's not really open container. It's sealed up.
That's his blood.
Yeah. He's made of beer, man.
Oh, let's see how many people know. Hodges, you should get fist with Thumper. God damn it. Know what this is.
Those aren't crab apples, are they?
Persimmons.
Oh, persimmon. Yeah, persimmons. Okay. It was kind of hard to tell on here, but nice.
Some people comment goes
that season, right?
So some people goes, well, those are pawpaws. Other people like, no, that ain't pawpaws, motherfucker. Pawpaws are bigger.
Those are bigger.
And different shape too.
Yeah, we get persimmons. I don't know. They're like sparse and around. If people planted them, they still have them. But crab apples, man, will fuck your car up. Better be careful around a crab tree, dude. Motherfucker drop out of there, dude, and fucking crash your windshield.
We used to fucking have wars with the motherfuckers. We used to have wars with crab apples.
I love eating crab apples.
I thought you have to cook them down, though, to eat them, though.
Huh?
You got to cook them down to eat them, right? I remember that.
You can eat them straight off the fucking tree.
I was always heard, like, where we were at, they were poisonous.
I never did. I never cooked. We cooked them down. I never ate them raw.
Oh, no, I ate them raw all the time. Now, if you eat too many, they'll give you the fucking shit.
Isn't that what like anything?
Yeah, pretty much.
y'all should remember this 80s snack right here.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
Yes.
I remember those.
Those are fucking. I love them.
Man, I seen the Pizzazaros from Little Keebler the other day. The little pizza flavored chips. Yeah. I was like, bring them motherfuckers back, dude.
Dude, my mom, she would have to buy like 5 or 6 bags at a time because it wasn't much of the bag anyways, because half of it was there. Dude, I'd have those fucking 8 in no time. My brother was pissed at me because as soon as mom got home with it, I grabbed that bag for him and I didn't tell him I had them.
They're fucking good, man.
Fuck yeah, man. I mean, but the kids nowadays don't understand chips back then were 10 times better than what they are today.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I'm struggling right now. I don't want to turn on my fucking air. It's 78 degrees in the house right now.
Fuck, I've been having my air on forever now.
I have been fighting it, dude. I'm like, I don't want to turn on the air. It's so
with my allergies and it's gonna get shit like that. With my allergies, I don't open the windows up no more. I turn the fucking air on. Fuck it. It's hot outside, air's on.
I'm a cheap ass. I'm pretty sure my fucking eggs on my counter are cooked.
I got my fucking AC set at 68 degrees.
It's gonna be fucking 90 degrees tomorrow, and I'm like,
That's where I got
damn
mine
it.
set is 68, and it keeps all the other rooms at 70. So I think that,
from the earth and
Well,
electricity can't.
before, while I was married, it always stayed at 68. Winter, summer, it didn't matter. It was 68 year round. Right now, I'm like, I'm fucking broke. I gotta fucking. Oh wait,
you might as well go ahead and put some ice in front of a fan, dude.
stretch this shit out.
You're just gonna have to shave your body hair. Is what you got to do.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you gotta take off some of your winter coat, dude.
You guys don't keep out this one right here.
What the fuck?
Oh.
Hurt me. Little Aussie know-how will save you a nasty shot.
It's a handy tip and one worth remembering.
Insulated.
He's showing the people how to do it. You know, think you can. No, motherfucker. As soon as you lift that leg off that, you're gonna get fucking hit.
Been there, done that.
You know, just don't word to the wise. Just don't see electric fence. Leave it the fuck alone. And definitely don't piss on. That hurts.
Here you go. It's so fucking hot in my house right now. My phone is on a fucking cool down.
Jesus.
Right.
Oh shit.
There goes your battery already, man. It's already cooking.
Damn it.
Good thing you got the goddamn fucking insurance on that motherfucker.
Right?
Let me see if I could find the one. Did you see the guy that pisses on the substation? Like, look,
No, I didn't see that one. No, it was.
let me see. Let me see if I can dig that one. I seen it, I think last night. I don't know if I saved it. I have to look. It's hilarious because he jumps out, man, and he's running because he's got to piss so bad. Oh.
Okay, I found him. While Little Tate's looking for that one, this is what I'll tell you, Little Tate, about these fucking ones. Navy guys fucking interviewing the fucking boat mate trying to act like they the ones to run the ship right.
Check out my turnbuckle wrench. We in deck department. We're gonna talk to some BMs. Welcome back to Shop Hop. I'm here with
Boatswain Senior Chief Terrence Phillips
and
BM2 Troy Fielder.
Why is
Thank you,
that
gentlemen.
motherfucker wearing steamers when he's not an engineer? Get the fuck
tell us
out of
about your
here.
rate and tell us what BMs do.
So I'm a bosun mate. We
No
are
shit.
the oldest mate in the Navy. We do a lot of things between mooring, anchoring, cargo delivery, drive the ship.
Fucking running trains on other bosun mates
And we have to keep our heads on a swivel and always study.
or deck
Yeah, I
seamen.
can't imagine there's like very few rates on this ship that are as crucial to our operations as our deck department and our BM. So, yeah, thank you guys so much. And Senior Chief, I want to know, in your entire time in the Navy, which was quite a few years, what has been the biggest challenge that you faced, and what is the most rewarding part of your job?
I think the biggest challenge will be having sailors from all over the world, and they'll learn in different ways. Different personalities, different upbringing, so you have to just make sure you look out for them in their own way so they can be successful in the Navy. The big success will be sailors getting promoted, getting awards, getting college degrees, having kids, getting married, and being successful outside the Navy.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm sure your crew is really glad that you're focused on them as a person rather on the work that they're getting done. That means a lot for a leader, and I know your whole crew is very, very appreciative of everything you guys do, and so are we. We thank you for your time today, and we'll see you all next week on...
Wow.
You know, them motherfuckers think they run the fucking boat. No, we're gonna sell this fucking once for all, motherfuckers. You fucking bosun mates are the dumbest motherfuckers on the goddamn boat. You know, if you don't have engineering,
TNT's buckle was at the point, dude. That motherfucker was sticking out like this.
And if you motherfuckers don't have engineering, then you fucking topsiders can't do your fucking jobs. So engineering is the heart and soul of any fucking shit, motherfuckers. I thought you would get a kick out of that one, little tape.
Oh yeah, you get starting the rate war now.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers. Hold on, I'll dig my shirt out. I can't find the one video. I thought I saved it, but I guess I didn't.
Well, it's like remember the MSs, right? Or CSs now, right? MSs when we was in. You know, they're like, fucking, if you don't have us, you can't eat, motherfucker. We can cook our own food, but you got to have us to fucking for steam, motherfucker, to cook the food. If you ain't got steam hot water, you ain't making shit.
Dude, that was fucking cringe.
Because remember we fucking shut off the fucking steam to the galley one time just to prove a fucking point.
And
well,
and combat
galley,
systems.
We shut off fucking air conditioning to berthings, fucking all kinds of shit.
See, combat didn't like it when we shut off the AC to them. They didn't like that shit. Yeah.
Hey, but I got DCPO maintenance. I need to clean this fan cool unit, and it's under a tag out under PMS. Can't do a fucking thing about it.
That's right. Yep.
We know how to do this legally.
Yeah. Well, it's like they never learned either. You know, like especially MSs, right? They be bitching about us coming in with fucking greasy coveralls, right? Coming through child life. Motherfucker, we ain't gonna go back take a shower because we gotta go back on watch. So fuck you. We ain't gonna change our clothes.
Remember how they tried to push that under sanitation? Like you're not sanitary to go through the line, and it's like, okay, fill up my plate and I'll get it at the end of the line.
Yeah. And then you have these stupid ass fucking bosun mates or deck seaman bosun mates, whatever the fuck they want to call them, right? Coming in their coveralls just as nasty as ours. They didn't say a fucking word to it.
Yeah, motherfucker be covered in primer and paint, dude.
Yeah. I'm like, the motherfucker, all they're doing is paint, motherfucker. We're actually doing something.
They're out there eating the paintbrush and shit.
And I got into the fucking Puerto Rican MS1 before he made Chief, right? Epstein, whatever the fuck his name was. Espinal. Oh, you know, I said, the only reason you don't want to say that to the fucking next team because you're afraid they're going to go fucking turn you as a racist. You know?
Yeah.
That's, yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, I thought that was funny. If they're going to do shit like that, okay, do every rate. But put emphasis on engineering. You know, that's on any fucking boat.
I'll give them this when they drop anchor. You know, when we got to do anchor and you got to do swing, you know, that is pretty fucking gnarly. But the EN is running the windlass and the brakes at the same time. Like, you know, they're on topside brake, but the EN's underneath fucking running windlass. So,
and they can't put the rib out there or the captain's gig out there without the fucking engine on board.
Yeah. You gotta have the driver up there or the engineer.
Yeah. And we don't need those motherfuckers to fucking get underway or steer or anything like that. We can do that shit ourselves.
Well, half the time we control the fucking power to the fucking plant anyways. I mean, like the screws, you know.
Well, sometimes we did because those motherfuckers would put our fucking engines in the stall a lot of times or try to.
Yep. I know. That's what I'm saying. We don't need them. We could we could do everything we need to from the fucking CCS.
Yep.
I know that for a fact because I've done it out of Norfolk on the Forrest Sherman because they lost the VMS, the Voyage Management System, which takes down the bridge control unit, the BCU. So they have no control over throttles or fucking steering. So I drove throttles from CCS, listening to fucking speed calls, and then working with steering to get fucking degree. All I needed was bearing and speed. That's all I needed to know. And I'll put you at whatever pitch and whatever fucking throttle. And I drove that motherfucker out. And let's just say I wasn't in the greatest condition. I would have gotten pulled over and gotten a DUI if I was driving an automobile. But that just shows all the training. We do so much training without having the bridge that we can do it. So go fuck yourself because I guarantee you can't do shit from any of the engine rooms.
Yep.
When I was in Desron 22 on the inspection team, that's what we used to do. We used to run drills. We used to come on board, take a ship out, and go, okay, this is your fucking casualty. Fucking handle it. And guess what? They would fucking handle it, and you didn't need the fucking boatswain's mate to do it. You know? That's the thing is, like, I did that for fucking Desron 22. I did it for fucking FFG Class Run 14. Like, come on. You don't fucking... Okay, go paint the fucking ship. Shut the fuck up, piece of shit. Yeah, no, fuck that.
Now here's one. Yeah. Now here's one for us fucking oil lab guys right here.
Fuck the oil lab.
This one is right here. All right.
Fucking hypers, dude.
Hypers were always fun.
Snap the motherfucker stand straight up right. Every time over a boot, I had to do that right on PhD. You feel like that? You had to grab the eye. He didn't stand up.
I can't hear you.
Now what I'm saying is, I saw that one motherfucker stand up, that white jacket standing up.
Yep.
No, motherfucker, you ain't standing up on those type of refuels right there at all.
No, you remember, so in 2000, when we were over there, the UAE was learning how to do hypers. We were the first, so me and Chief Tebow were the ones that actually taught them how to do a fucking hyper from the deck. It was the first time the UAE ever did a fucking hyper.
Yep.
And that was on the Fife. We did that shit as far as like me, Chief Tebow, and was it Donnan? I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it was Donnan too.
I think it was Donnan. I think all three of us taught them how to do fucking hypers. It was pretty fucking cool. And it was the first time they had ever done one.
But I mean, that's the only time we refueled I hated on a DDG, because that's what that is, a DDG right there. I fucking hated that. Because that's what I said. That motherfucker ain't gonna be, he's not gonna be standing up. You know, I almost got blown off the fucking deck. I stood up a little too much. I'm already short, like a motherfucker.
Hey,
you know, I had to grab the fucking iPads.
My dog just fucking threw up. I gotta clean it. Give me a second.
She's too hot. She's too hot.
Need to kick on the AC.
Yeah. But a lot of people that never served in the military, or ones that did serve in the military, they never had any part of that, unless it's in the oil lab or flight quarters, right? But that's the only time of refuel I fucking hate it. What's your deal right there?
Well, yeah. I mean, and we had a helo det that lost their chief because he went in too early and crossed the line, and it was powering down, and the rotor dropped, you know, because it was coming down in speed. Took half that dude's fucking head right off, man. They watched that.
SH60s, it's 4.5 feet, man. Those things can drop 4.5 feet.
Well, it's like that's why we have to go. That's why we have to go in a certain fucking way. Go in,
right? He didn't go in on the lines. He decided he was going to go in early and fucking break the boundary, and he fucking died for it.
Fuck that.
Yeah, the 12 o'clock, man, that's the most dangerous spot.
See, I always waited right there for fucking for them to give me the signal, right? Before I took that hose everywhere. And when I took that hose up there, I'm already short anyways. I mean, I was like, duck walk. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get my head chopped off. Fuck this shit.
Well, when I was overseas in Iraq and shit, and we were coming up to helos, you always go in at the 3 o'clock,
Yeah.
Or
go up to 3 o'clock right there.
9 o'clock. 3 o'clock or 9 o'clock. Never.
I call 3 o'clock on DDG. Everything's on the fucking 3 o'clock side right there. But the one helo I did not like refueling was that Desert Duck motherfucker. Because that exhaust right there was, pouring on you on top. Coming straight down on you. I didn't like that one.
Yep, Desert Duck was always fucking bad.
Woo. And that bitch holds a lot more fuel than the fucking than the helos than the 60s do. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but you wanted the Desert Duck coming in because that's when mail was coming.
Yeah, fucking mail call though. But I always loved it because the fucking air boss would always get pissed off because they'd fucking at the Desert Duck because they'll stamp the death in yellow fucking, duck prints every time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, I think they ended up changing the name from Desert Duck to like Freedom Eagle or something like that. They did redesignate it. I just can't. I knew it's Eagle something.
That's
look to me. It's still gonna be the Desert Duck, though.
No, it was to me, but I know they renamed it.
That's dumb. They should have never renamed it.
They wanted to be more patriotic.
Fuck that shit.
Well, it's not like civilians know what fucking Desert Duck or they don't hear that shit.
Fuck, half the people don't even know what snail mail is anymore.
Yeah. That's like if you was dating, if you had family members or your wife at that time or girlfriend at the time, right? And if you didn't send no mail for 2 or 3 months, they didn't get nothing from you. They were like, what the fuck? Like, you don't realize how fucking slow the military mail is, people.
I had a buddy, Jeremy, before he left on one of the deployments, he set up all of his packages for his wife, right? And he's like, send it on these fucking dates, right? So she's following the schedule. And then next thing you know, he's getting shit that's fucking was supposed to be later, earlier, like vice versa all the way around. So nothing was in order for him. It was fucking hilarious because every time he get shit, he'd be like, motherfucker, this isn't the one I need right now. Because he get like his workout stuff, pre-workout shit, sent to him and, just snacks and shit. And he was furious because he took the time to set up all the shipping labels, everything for date, all of that shit, man.
Yep.
Like, you don't got to do nothing but take it to the fucking post office.
That's like
when I was in fucking Afghanistan, me and a bunch of dudes ordered a bunch of fucking, we ordered hundreds of dollars of fucking cigars. The fucking plane crashed on the fucking runway and burned up. So we called the company and they're like, yeah, you're going to have to wait 60 days before, so that way we can verify that it's not going to make it to you. I took a picture of the fucking plane on fire and I was like, what's your email address? I sent that shit to them. They're like, okay, yeah, we'll send you a new shipment. I was like, here's your fucking proof, asshole. I'm in the middle of fucking Afghanistan and the fucking plane's on fire on the runway right now.
Burning the fuck down with the smell of cigars on it and fucking diesel fuel.
And it was fucking late at night because, it's daytime here in the States. It's fucking nighttime over there. I'm fucking pissed because our plane just fucking crashed with all of our shit on it. And I'm like, motherfucker. So I called the company and they're like, yeah, you're going to have to wait 60 days or whatever. I'm like, no, motherfucker. Here's the proof. The plane's on fire right now. And they were like, yeah, we'll send you guys a new shipment. So they got all of our names and then reshipped everything. And we got it in like 3 weeks because everything was fucking slow over there, dude. And when I was in Iraq, so 2016, I was on a fucking Iraqi base, dude. It took 2.5 months for one box to get to me. And it was $450 fucking dollars for one box. I'm like, motherfucker. And my box, it went through, like the Iraqi army went through my fucking box like 5 times. I'm like, you motherfuckers. My now ex-wife fucking sent me a pocket pussy and they fucking stole it. I was like, what the fuck?
That's why they're going through, because they're stealing all the fucking Americans fucking mail. That's good. That's what they're doing.
I had a fucking army captain, a fucking Iraqi army captain go, these are illegal in here. And I'm like, give it back to me, motherfucker. And he's like, no, I'm keeping it. And I'm like, you motherfucker. Dirty mother, because it's all illegal. It's fucking against their laws.
Well, fuck, they're going to keep it. And they're going to use it themselves.
That's what I'm saying.
I had that
happen. You should have had your wife.
I was going to say, I had that happen in Djibouti. They gave me a 5-inch shell, the traditional, they cut it down and polish it for you. And I had it through there and they wouldn't let it through. They took it from me. They almost wouldn't let me fly out because I had it. Because they were trying to steal the brass out of it. They kept trying to say there was a charge, there was gunpowder in the fucking primer. And it's like, this motherfucker's been fired. There's nothing in it. There's nothing.
Yeah, I got a 5-inch from one of the destroyers out of Norfolk.
Yeah.
It's in the fucking garage.
So I was able to convince the liaison that we had for Djibouti to let me at least get the plaque off of it. So they gave me the plaque, but kept the fucking shell,
That's
polished
bullshit.
up and shit. I'm like, the guy kept pointing at the fucking primer, and I'm like, dude, there's nothing in the fucking primer. There's no gunpowder. There's nothing there. There's nothing hidden in there either. They're not knives or drugs or any of that shit. And they're like, and then they wanted to fucking not let me fly out of there because of it. I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me.
Well, it's because those fucking goat humpers, those goat fuckers, they want to steal the shit.
Yeah, they did. They were gonna resell it.
Yeah.
They were gonna put something on it, and they're gonna look authentic fucking U.S. Navy fucking 5-inch shell.
And you can't I'm sorry, people, but you can't trust those fucking ragheads over there in the Middle East. You can't fucking trust them.
War on Africa, where Djibouti's at right after it.
Yeah. I mean, you can't. I mean, because they'll steal your shit
and then blame it on customs. It's like I already claimed this for customs. I can go through with it. It's been cleared by American Customs from the base.
Yep.
But they don't want to argue and fight with them, so they just said let them have it, and I'm like, whatever.
Here's
that's
one I might give you all some fucking flashbacks right here. Trying to pack one of these motherfuckers
all day.
All right. And a lot of people, like when I came home with them, like first time I came, like not the first time, but when I came back from Chicago, right, or going to the sea school, because I had to have everything, all my winter clothes, summer clothes, uniforms, all that bullshit in there, right? And everyone's like, "How the fuck you fit it in?" I said, "Very fucking carefully, motherfuckers."
You got to shake that bitch, like dude. You got to fucking fucking.
And like when I was getting ready to leave, I had to go to St. Louis, fly to Chicago for sea school, right? Well, I had to be in uniform. They told us, the command in Chicago told me I had to be in uniform because I'm on orders to fly. I said, okay. Well, got there. The fucking baggage people like, well, you got to empty this out. We got to check it. I said, no, you ain't, motherfucker. This motherfucker is not fucking to open it up, period. I said, first of all, I'm on fucking military orders to my next fucking command. So, by federal law, you cannot search any of my bags. Yeah, it was a big old fuck. I almost missed my plane for it. They had to get the manager of that shit, right? And I told the motherfucker, I said, this motherfucker ain't opened up. I said, if I miss that flight, then you can explain to the fucking CEO of the fucking command why I missed the fucking flight.
You know how I got past that in San Diego? I packed my porn right on top. So as soon as they opened my fucking duffel up, they started pulling out videos and shit and magazines, and they got through all that, and they're laughing so fucking hard because I'm laughing because there's people behind me and shit watching it all happen, and they're like, "Yeah, we're done," and put it back in and clamped it back up and sent it, dude.
When you fucking gotta fucking close it up, that bitch is so fucking tight.
Yeah,
like no, motherfucker.
That's when we were going to the Hustler store in Gaslamp District. When we were in San Diego, there's a Hustler store. 3 stories fucking tall too, man, when we were there.
You know what's funny is when we pulled into San Diego one of the times, there was a BDSM convention, and I went, and I ran into Chief Tebow there.
Oh, I bet, dude. I bet.
Remember when he would
some
be
stories,
down at
man.
Practicing with his whip?
Yep.
That's what it was for. It was for BDSM.
Yeah. Yeah, he would, all of his photography, I know that motherfucker was taking some shit.
Oh, dude, I had his photography. The shit he was doing, I had it because he fucked up and left it on the computer. It was on the local drive.
Whoops.
Yeah. That's actually when I fucking was technically, he's the first person to introduce me into BDSM because he was doing it. And that's how I fucking learned about it.
One night on Watch, he completely floored me. Is that he told me sometime, I think it was back in the 70s, that Vegas had outlawed fisting because people were dying from it.
Yeah.
And I was like, where the fuck did this conversation come from? Like, they outlawed, they fucking outlawed fisting because people were dying. I'm
What's
like, oh my
crazy
God.
Dude, I ran into him out in town also, not outside of that convention. And he had like this fucking 20-year-old chick with him smoking hot. And I'm like, motherfucker. Like, this dude was like, he never quit, dude. He was always on it. I was like, damn.
And he wasn't the fucking, prettiest handsome motherfucker out there. He's snaggletooth up and shit. Like,
old as shit.
Man.
I mean, he was probably fucking 3 times her fucking age.
Oh, yeah. He was older when he came in.
Yeah, he was. But he had he fucking was set up with her.
I knew, like, I went out drinking with him and Roan one night. I didn't think he really drank. And he got to putting down some rum and cokes, man. And I was like, holy shit.
Yep. And he rarely drank because when he does drink, it's like full speed ahead. That motherfucker has no break. No
break. He outdrank the shit out of me. They're carrying me the fuck back. We were in Panama for that one.
Yeah,
we sat at the hotel.
Yep, he won't. He has like no breaks to that.
Mm-mm.
It's crazy.
And you think he'd have a lower tolerance, but no, nope.
No, not that dude. He's got years of experience.
Yeah, no shit, man. And he was a great guy to work with, man. I enjoyed, sitting and talking with him, and
I loved having him as my chief because that motherfucker would stand up for you and go to bat for you, but he'd be the first one to call you the fuck out too. And when he called you out, you knew you fucked up.
Yeah.
That's why I liked working for him because he was my chief as far as the oil lab goes. And nobody would really fuck with him. Nobody would challenge him because he had all that fucking experience. And if you think about it, like GSM Smith, like when he made chief, and all the other chiefs and the first classes and stuff, nobody had as much experience as him.
Mm-hmm.
And so when he walked into there, nobody could fucking and so like having him as the oil lab chief, dude, it was great because like when people would challenge me because I was an E5, running the oil lab with a fucking first class working for me, GSM1 Taylor, and with him working for me, he would always challenge me and throw up all these fucking problems and cause problems. And Chief Smith or Chief Tebow would be like, no, fuck no. You don't know the fucking job like he knows. You fucking listen to him. Shut the fuck up. It's called a position of authority. And he's in it. And so like he would put a stop to that shit in a heartbeat. And I loved it because, dude, I got challenged all the fucking time. All the time being in charge of that fucking oil lab. And that fucking drove me nuts. I'm like, you motherfuckers, I can do the goddamn job. Leave me the fuck alone.
As boiler water, feed water on top of it too. He was, and the thing about Chief Tebow was he could articulate his words. Like when you talk to him, like he could talk to you. Like, it wasn't this half-ass shit. Like he was very intelligent.
He never beat around the bush and he never fucking talked in circles.
Nope.
Not once did he ever talk in a fucking circle.
Nope. It was all down the line, man. You knew exactly what the fuck he was talking about every time.
Yep. And he would even like, if he was because there was a certain first class that started with a U, would fucking argue about the boilers and all kinds of shit because he knew everything. Chief Tebow would be like, Petty Officer Hodges, come here. And he'd be like, what is this chapter in this EOS? He would go through the different fucking NSTMs, chapters and sub chapters and all that shit. He'd be like, what does this say? And I would recite it. I'd like, here it is. And he'd be like, see, I fucking told you. Stop fucking challenging me with what I know because you don't know what you're talking about. And like, it turned into some fucking yelling matches. And I would be like backing out of CCS real slow to fucking dog the door down, like letting it fucking happen. Because I'm like, yep, you done fucked up now.
Done fucked up now.
Yep. There was a lot of times that shit happened. And then I would get challenged and Chief Tebow would come in and he'd fucking just put his foot down and be like, no, motherfuckers, this guy knows what he's talking about. He was in the fucking same class as me with boiler water, feed water. There's not many people with that fucking class on this ship. The only other person that has it is fucking the skipper. So
here's one for little Tate.
Well, tell you, remember I said you when he first made chief, you was knife handed motherfuckers, right? Like they're painting on the stack, right?
Yeah.
I ran across this. It reminded me of you doing that.
Who's finally getting his powers?
Are you sure?
Pretty sure. Guess who's finally getting his power?
And you know where that's at? That's the Pride, Chief Pride Day at the Nautilus downtown.
But because you wasn't even fucking wearing anchors yet, was you, when you did that?
No, actually, I was paid on that next cycle, like the very next pay. I got paid. So as soon as I got paid, I was like, game's on, bitches, because you can't bust me the fuck down because I'm getting paid. And one of the guys, Joel, buddy of mine, he got paid on the last cycle. So he just got paid finally after making chief on the very last one. And I'm on the very next paycheck. He had to wait for over a year to get fucking paid. And I'm on the first of it because I've been in first class for so long. So it was like immediate, like, and it, you know, when you rank, so it was like immediately afterwards.
That reminded me of you when you said fucking before you started getting paid, you was knife handed shit.
Yeah, it was that. Well, it was like right after, it was right after like pinning and shit. And then we had like a CPO meeting and the guys are fucking painting. I'm in my khakis. I'm just like, motherfucker, you're missing this. You're missing this. You're missing this. Like, as still as a first class. And they were sitting there rolling, dude. Like Kyle and all those guys they were like laughing so fucking hard. And they're like, you know what I mean? Like, he's still fucking doing it. I was like, I didn't change. I just put on a different fucking uniform. You know, and got more.
He finally got his true power.
I'll tell you,
khakis.
The best thing out of the season was the roast of the Chiefs mess. So as a select, you already know you're going to get fucked up no matter what, right? It's part of final night.
Oh, yeah.
So you get the chance to roast everybody in the mess that you wanted to roast. And man, I roasted Ray so bad. They were recording it. Right. And he was watching like live. He fucking left the boat to come out to that because I was roasting him so fucking bad. He was like, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. It's final night, dude. We're going all in tonight. And that's the way it's supposed to be. And I'm telling you what, I had Mike, you know, CMC, he was fucking rolling, dude. He was in fucking tears, man, laughing so fucking hard because I was making fun of the fucking list. We had to make a tracker for this. We had to make a tracker for that. You were always in fucking Excel making a fucking tracker. Every fucking time I talk to him, he's like, GSM1, I need a fucking tracker for this. I need a fucking tracker for this. And I'm like, fucking senior, I ain't making no more fucking trackers. You have trackers for trackers. Fucking Divo has trackers that you're following trackers for. Fuck all these trackers, man. And that's when everybody just started letting loose because everybody was doing the same shit. The captain, the XO, were fucking had a hard on for trackers in Excel. Fucking
sounds like my fucking fuel and water report all the time.
Yeah.
Fucking shit.
Yeah. Gotta change this up. I mean, I made a good one for engine hours and maintenance that kind of became the standard template that we used, you know, and a lot of other people started using it. Because when we got inspected, they would look at engine hours and engine logs and how we were tracking everything and with PMS. So everything started lining up when we did PMS and they're like, oh, fuck, this is really efficient. So they took that and also did bearing logs too. So line shaft bearings, thrust bearing, and the MRG. And I was one of the only 4 boats on the waterfront that passed the MRG health inspection. That was an audit. They just threw at everybody. Came out of the fucking blue. And inspectors were on fucking boats everywhere looking at everybody's logs. And they came in mine and I had no issues.
When was that?
2018, I think it was, maybe 19.
Oh, okay.
It was like right there, like at the end, but I had already done all my shit. Hell, I found that they stamped the fucking aft line shaft bearing 2 Bravo wrong. They put the wrong depth reading on there because the assholes didn't know how to read a fucking depth mic. I had to go through the tech reps, and the tech reps going through it, and she's like, holy shit, they did read it wrong. So they stamped out the original and read it wrong and re-stamped it. And then I had to put all the paperwork in to have it re-stamped correctly because the motherfuckers couldn't read a depth mic.
Damn.
Yeah. I was like, and that's how, with attention to detail like we're used to.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Find that shit wrong, and that's how you pass assessments.
Because when I used to go on and do fucking assessments and inspections and shit, dude, I used to fucking tear apart these fucking engine rooms out in Norfolk. All the fucking time. The cruisers, the DDs, the DDGs, I'd fucking tear them apart. They're like, I don't understand why you're fucking doing it. And I'm like, motherfucker, you're not up to fucking standards here. Like, you need to fucking put some work in. Because you got fucking library hours. Get the fuck back to work.
Yeah, right. Oh, hey, Rocky.
Hola, cabron. Oh,
your sound is off. You're muted.
You got food on your finger too.
Yeah, he's like trying to get to his phone and touch it.
Still muted.
He's like, oh, you're still muted.
There you go.
I'm muted. I'm at the concert right now.
Okay.
I don't know
what concert,
but it looks like it's a lot of goth.
Oh yeah, the veil or piercing the veil? Yeah.
Oh, nice.
You gotta golf's coming back, dude. It's never really went away. It went to what, emo for a little while, and then it pushed back to goth, and I never figured out what the difference was between them. People always made fun of me for listening to like Panic at the Disco and shit. They're like, that's emo music. And I'm like, what the fuck is emo music? Like, I don't understand these genres.
Dude, they come up with so many stupid names for the same shit. It's like, dude, they started with The Cure and Joy Division and other bands like that. But it really started in like the time when Metallica was playing in the Bay, and like The Cure and other bands like them, the guys would throw beer bottles and act like they're crying and throw bottles at them.
Yeah. I mean, it's like they never watched The Crow, dude. The original Crow, with the soundtrack in there with 9 Inch Nails and, all those guys,
I wish they make like that still, dude.
Yeah. I still got a lot of 9 Inch Nails. I think I've got like quite a few albums on my phone from Spotify.
The favorite one of mine is Broken. Broken's awesome.
Was that the one with the blue like ribs cover?
It was orange and red.
Which one?
Oh, it was orange and red. I couldn't remember. It was my favorite is the one with like Head Like a Hole. I can't remember the album name. Head Like a Hole. That whole album is fucking great. 9 Inch Nails. We're talking about, Gilly.
Oh, okay.
It's like Bullet for My Valentine too. Bullet for My Valentine. People were like calling emo. I was like, it's just a shifted fucking chorus metal. Like, they started doing all the different metal genres, and I'm like, I like listening to music and people sing and not somebody try to gut roll fucking sound where I don't understand what the fuck he's saying.
There a lot of background noise for me?
No.
All right, cool. Because there's music going on and everything, dude.
No, we just hear you eating. That's it.
Okay. I had to have a pretzel, dude.
How much was that pretzel? What, $12?
But 9 Inch Nails used to be.
If you're sitting down watching that shit, I'm gonna enjoy myself too.
How much was that pretzel? $20.
Shit.
Before
Gilly's clipping out like you did the other day. He stopped smiling right now. He's like, You're clipping, Gilly.
I'm not clipping out. I'm right here.
Well, you are on the screen here.
I'm not clipping out. I'm right here.
I know you're right there.
You guys are clipping.
No, because I'm watching Rocky eat in real time.
You know what surprised me about this concert? There's a lot of people here, and it's all races and all creeds and colors, dude.
Yeah.
I did not know that. I was like, okay, I guess this band has reached a lot more people than I would have thought of.
There's a lot of bands that are reaching a lot, like it was for us in the 90s. You know, like you went to concerts and everybody was there. It was like music. If you liked music, you like music. Like Two Live Crew, you know, going with those guys, you know, that type of shit. You know,
hoochie mama, hoochie mama.
yeah. Or like tag team with like whoop, there it is, whoop there, you know, all of that shit, man. Nobody really cared who was making music. If it had a fucking beat to it, you played it.
That's usually what we play when we're operating, because